Good evening and welcome to the Clonmel Park Hotel, where we have just seen the draw for the National Coursing Meeting. After the draw, I caught up with Brian Divilly and DJ Histon. Brian, when I spoke to you last year, you weren't sure if you were going to stay on as president, but obviously you did. What made you change your mind?
My friends made me change my mind in the Irish Coursing Club. They just wanted me to hang in there for another while, like, you know, so I changed my mind at the last minute and...
no regrets?
No regrets. It's an honour to be president of the Irish Coursing Club. So I never regret it. It's hard work because you have to, you cannot sit back and just say, I'm president of the Irish Coursing Club. There's a lot of work to be done to get the organisation in a healthy financial position, to get the clubs to produce top-class coursing. Yeah. So there's a lot of work that people don't see.
Of course.
So it's an honour to be president, I can tell you that.
And this year, what's the standard of coursing been like?
Well, this year has been exceptionally top class. The vast majority of meetings I attended was top class, and the hair husbandry has improved a lot. We're in a situation we now do hair seminars every year. Different clubs that people be involved with the minding of the hairs are now attending these seminars, and they're getting very interested because you don't have coursing unless you have a good hair. Yeah. So it makes the coursing for us, and these people are getting very interested, and we now have a situation with the coursing, and especially neighbouring clubs, we can see there's a fair amount of rivalry.
That's great. Because
one club wants to be better than the next door neighbour, and believe it or not, it is happening, and we have seen it. Particularly this year, we had very, very little of where they were all good, but there was some excellent, if you know what I mean. It's fantastic coursing. So we're under pressure now. These clubs have put us under pressure because they have raised their standard, and we just the executive, the Irish Coursing Club, and DJ, our secretary, we're under pressure we have to keep that standard up. So keeping my fingers crossed now that the hairs we have will produce the goods over the next 3 days at the weekend.
And then just to finish up, what does this coursing festival here in Clonmel actually mean to the economy?
Well, to the Clonmel economy, it's fantastic for it. It's probably their biggest weekend of the year. The national meeting would be like the Rose of Tralee for Kerry, say, Galway races. Yeah. That's what it means to Clonmel. So if we were to lose the Galway races in Galway, I tell you, the hotels and restaurants would suffer. And likewise, if the national meeting was to ever go from Clonmel, it would definitely do damage to the economy in Clonmel.
DJ, you're the CEO of the National Coursing Club. No doubt you've been extremely busy over the last couple of months.
Yeah, I suppose to run the national meeting, it's a team effort, so I'm one of many people. And last August we would commence the planning and preparation to run the national meeting. So last week we had our trials and they went very well for us. So we're very happy at the moment that everything is in readiness. So all we have to do now is hope the weather is kind to us as well for the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of February.
And last year was the first year you changed the dates. It ran on a Saturday, Sunday and a Monday. How successful was this? Yeah, we were very pleased with the public reaction to that, and obviously this is the 2nd year. And I think if you look at the bookings for hotels and accommodation around Clonmel, it's certainly signalling that it was a forward step and the right move to make, because I don't think you'll get accommodation now. So I think that'll be reflected in the attendance as well. And last year, even though it was the first year, it was up on previous years as well. So I think people like that format and they're certainly going to go with it. Brilliant. And how has the coursing season been so far?
I think this year in particular has been extremely successful. And I suppose the best way to measure the success of coursing is the number of 64 dog tri-stakes and bitch tri-stakes that have to be run to accommodate the number of runners. And one of the measures that we would look at is the amount of hares that are released back into the wild. So to date, so far, 99.9% of the hares have been released back into the wild, which is a very positive statistic. Of course, yeah. And it just shows the positive impact coursing has in relation to hare conservation as well.
Excellent. And just to finish up then, DJ, what does the coursing mean to the people here of Clonmel?
To the people in Clonmel, obviously it brings a lot of visitors to the town, in particular the time of the year when things are very quiet for any other town, I'd imagine. Coursing means so many things to so many people. It's about the hare, it's about the people, it's about the greyhound, it's about making friends, renewing acquaintances from year to year, and it's just Powerstown Park, I suppose, the culmination of all the events that have happened throughout the year. It's our Olympics, so it's the event that everybody wants to be a part of. And this year we saw a significant number of greyhounds changing hands for significant money. So it just tells you the appetite that's out there, that people want to be represented at the national meeting. So it's encouraging from a breeding point of view as well. For the next number of years, I think we're going to see strong breeding figures in coursing.
Now I'm going to hand you over to Sinead, who caught up with some of the people who have runners at the meeting.
The Droopy's Kennels have had a fantastic year this year. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I suppose we've been blessed this year. We've had 4 trial stakes and 3 cups out of 6 runners this year. Most of them have left the kennel, unfortunately. Turbo Julie, Kingsmill Rover, and Young Dunphy's still at home. Droopy's Newman has left, and Droopy's Bestie's still at home as well. So we've had a great year.
Can you tell us a little bit about where they're gone to?
Turbo Julie has gone to Pat Curtin's. Droopy's Newman, we still have a little leg in him, so he's gone to Ian Riley's. Kingsmill Rover has gone down to the Roaches in Wexford, and Young Dunphy's at home. He's 6th reserve in the Derby. So
I hear Droopy's Bestie had a bit of misfortune in his trial there in Clonmel during the week. How's he feeling now?
Yeah, at the moment we're doubtful. He took a bit of a fall in his trial in Clonmel, and at the moment if it was on tomorrow he wouldn't be running, but we're going to take it day by day. We're going to go to the vet Wednesday, and he won't run unless he's 100%.
Okay, well, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Aoife, I believe you've started a new job now and you're working with Dublin Coach. They're running the buses down to Clonmel this year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're running the buses again this year from Dundalk, Tralee and from Galway, so we're doing all the stops on the way down. So it's €10 return for each day, and then if you want to go the 3 days it'll be €85 for your programme and your admission in as well. So it's you can't beat the value there. So we're looking to fill the buses, and we've a few spaces left, so if anyone wants to get on the bus you can ring me tomorrow between 9 and 6 for the next 5 days on 087 391 511, and I'll get you on the bus down to Clonmel.
Timmy, you have 7 through to Clonmel.
We have 3 bitches in the Oaks, and we have 3 dogs in the Champion Stakes and 1 bitch in the Champion Bitch Stake.
Okay, very good. Do you have them all yourself, or are they with trainers?
No, the 3 all age dogs are with trainers, and we have the 3 bitches for the Oaks, and we have the all age bitch. So we have 4 bitches.
Okay, and what are your preparations now going into Clonmel?
Well, our preparations went great, and today we galloped the last gallop today, so we have no injuries or anything, so we're okay.
Now you just won't sleep for the next week?
I didn't sleep for the last couple of weeks, so the next few weeks won't make much difference either. So, it's tough, and it's tough on family and everybody else. So, but it's great to be here, and it's great to have runners, and it's a great atmosphere and to be involved. And
how did the draw fare out for you?
And the draw is tough enough. In the Oaks, we got a tough quarter for Skellig Blues, and but our 2 bitches are up in the top in the Oaks, and we have a great chance of being there or thereabouts in that. So that's the tough quarter, that third quarter there with Forte Castle, Skellig Blues and Careful Betty. So it's going to be tough, that's it.
And you have the 3 dogs in the Cup as well. How are they going for you?
The 3 dogs in the Cup got a great preparation, and our fancy one will be the Skellig Way, but I don't know how it fares out with the draw, but Skellig Way will be our favourite for it. So
it's 5 years ago since you won the Derby, and you have a dog in the Derby again this year, Kingsmill Rover. Tell us a little bit about
it. Kingsmill Rover, he won his trial stake in Dungarvan, and we think he's a very good dog.
The Dunphys had him in Dungarvan, did they, and you bought him back?
Yes, we bought him off of Dunphys after Dungarvan.
And he's by your own dog, Kingsmill Dynamo?
Yes, by Kingsmill Dynamo, which he won the Derby in 08.
Tell us a little bit about that. How did that feel, winning the Derby in 08?
Oh, the greatest thrill I ever had in dog racing. Especially winning the Derby, and coming to the southeast, the sunny southeast.
Very good. How's he doing at stud at the moment? He must be one of the top stud dogs in the country.
Yeah, he's the top stud dog in the country at the moment. I hope he stays that way now.
Absolutely. Well, very best of luck in Clonmel with Kingsmill Rover.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Great. She's coming along nicely now, and we're happy enough with our draw. We're not in the hottest quarter, but fingers crossed, hope for the best.
I saw her running myself in Clonmel and she looked very impressive. How do you think she'll take to the hill in Powerstown?
I think she'll be okay. Like, she comes away well from slips, and I think she'll stay on up the hill.
Great, well, very best of luck anyway. Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
You're playing an absolute blinder on the breeding front this year. Tell us a little bit about your season so far.
Yeah, well, we've had 8 qualifiers for Powerstown. Never had the likes of it before, from 3 different brood bitches, and they're all we'd say lucky enough to get there. We could have had a couple of more with a little bit of luck, and the draw has just been made now, and unfortunately 3 of the bitches are drawn one course after the other in the Oaks. The dog in the New Win Glory dog in the Derby, while he's got a reasonable draw, he's has a little bit of an injury after the trial in Powerstown last week, so he's under a little bit of a cloud. So hopefully things will work out and everything will be rosy in the garden.
Tell us a little bit about the brood bitches. New Win Droopy.
The brood bitches, New Win Droopy has 2 qualifiers, Flagfield Dash, and she also has Ballaroo New, who's meeting one of the favourites again. Ballaroo New, they've refused huge money for her. There is New Win Model, has 5 qualifiers, 1 in the Derby, 4 in the Oaks, and unfortunately this year New Win All In has only 1 qualifier, due again to a little bit of bad luck, but that's coursing, and he's 4th to 5th favourite or thereabouts for the Derby, but as I said, he's under a little bit of a cloud. So we've 3 good brood bitches, and hopefully some one of them will click.
Just for anyone who may not know, New Win All In was the mother of Thomas the Tank last year. He obviously won the Derby with Thomas the Tank. How did that feel to breed the Derby winner?
Yeah, that was great. The whole family were absolutely delighted, excited, and celebrated it with Kathleen Lennon and her family, and delighted for them. We had New Win Wonder was in it as well. There's a syndicate of about 9 from all over Ireland, and involved in him. He's trained by Owen McKenna, the fastest dog up Powerstown last year. Very unlucky with injuries this year. Getting him ready early on in the year, tore a muscle, had to leave him off, then brought him back. He ran in Newcastle West, was 4 or 5 lengths in front at halfway, or so I'm told, and went unsighted, unfortunately. Came back then, and they entered him in Mooncoin. He ran away with the cup in Mooncoin, and again unfortunately picked up a toe injury. So at the moment he's recuperating with Mr. McKenna, and hopefully he'll be okay for the Irish Cup. But in the meantime he's also served a few bitches, like, so he has mated New Win Model and New Win Droopy, and New Win Model is in pup team, so they think anyway, and New Win Droopy has only mated a couple of days, so he's busy. If not running, he's busy in other ways.
Has he got any litters on the ground, Jim, or are these his first 2?
No, his first litter is due this week actually. Woodenstown Me, she won the cup last year. She won the Bitch Trial Stake last year in Limerick, and she won a cup this year. And she's heavy in pup team, and she's due this week, along to Kieran Flanagan in the Win.
So is New Win Wonder available for stud at the moment then?
Yeah, we're just trying to select a few bitches for him. Like, we're not advertising him or anything like that, but we're just trying to put a few pups on the ground. It's so hard to establish a dog at stud in the coursing game, and we're just tipping along, and hopefully it will click for him with a couple of decent bitches.
Timmy picked up his first ever ticket to Clonmel in 7 Houses just a few weeks ago. Timmy, how is your bitch?
She's in good form after the run. She's bouncing in the kennel and just dancing everywhere, like.
She's obviously in good form then coming up to Powerstown. How do you think she's going to run up the hill?
I think she'll run well. She came from behind in the quarter-final to beat a good bitch, so hopefully she'll just stay going. She seems to come out of slips well enough in her first couple of runs as well, so hope she'll just run the same.
She's out of a good bitch, New Win Model. Did you buy her off Sherry Ann O'Donnell?
Yeah, Tommy Dunford, Adam's father, picked her when he saw her one day in Jim's house, and he loved her, decided for her, so he just picked her.
Are you going to get the Monday off school if she's still in?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
I hear you're in the middle of your mocks on the Monday. How are you going to explain that one?
Well, my mother said I could get off anyway, so if she gets to the finals.
Well, Eugene, it's been a busy couple of weeks for you in the lead up to Paris-Town. Tell us a little bit about behind the scenes and what goes into organising it.
That's right, Sinead. I suppose really since Christmas, since we've gone back, we haven't had a moment ourselves. You want to make sure everything is right, especially for tonight. Tonight's a big night for the draw. You have to be so sure you have the runners' details and all the transfers of ownerships done for the guardings, and you just have to have everything right. It's such a big occasion for everybody. You don't want to see anything go wrong. So it's been great, but it's great. It's fantastic to be part of it.
Absolutely. And what do you think of the draw tonight? How do you think the dogs fared out?
Oh my God, I think Kathleen Murphy she really drew a hot third quarter there in the Oaks, didn't she? I think everybody just went ooh ah like when she started drawing them out, so that's going to be incredibly hot. It'll take some bits to come out of that third quarter. After that then, I suppose really in fairness, the Derby, all the fancy ones are fairly well divided, and same way for the rest of the Oaks, but my God, that's a smoking hot third quarter. It's very hard to know what will come out of it.
And what's your pick for the festival? What do you think will win the Derby and Oaks?
Sure, I don't know. I suppose we always support the local ones. Like, you'd always be hoping the ones that qualified locally, that just all qualifying yourself, and that you'd be giving them, that's definitely. And I suppose always I see a fairy tale success, someone that mightn't have enjoyed success there before. It's everyone's dream, it's everyone's Cheltenham. So it's lovely when one of these, a dog or a bitch comes out of nowhere maybe, and for a small time owner, small time trainer, that's what creates Clonmel. That's what makes it so special.
Absolutely. Well, tell us a little bit about the Classics Club, Eugene. You play a big part in organising that.
The Classics Club started in 1997. That was the first draw, the first year we had a draw. So we had our draw for this year now the other night. But of course it was tinged with a little sadness. Our chairman and one of our founder members, Kevin Smith, Kevin was laid to rest on Friday afternoon, and we were all up in Dublin there for the wake on Thursday night, and it obviously it made it all a little bit more sad, but it's a fantastic thing. Like, it draws in 600 members at 100 each, which is 60,000. 35 of that goes back in prize money to the people themselves for the draw, and the other 25,000 goes to the sponsorship of both Champion Stakes, which actually makes us, well, that's not saying me, but me and all other 599 members, makes us the biggest sponsor at Paris-Town with that 25,000. So it's fantastic, and a big thank you to all the people who year in year in buy tickets for the Classic Club and renew their membership. But it's great. It gives people that don't have a runner a chance of actually winning something big at Paris-Town, which is the whole thing. And
what's your week going to be like now this week? Is it very busy, or are you done with all the preparation?
I suppose we're ticking off the boxes at the moment. Like, the Classic Club was out of the way on Friday night, and the draw is out of the way now. I mean, as I said to you there at the beginning, the draw is so important because so important to have everything right, for that. From now on, I suppose the sporting press, a big issue on Tuesday evening going out. We're doing the supplement again this year. It was a great success last year, got great praise for it, and the lads at the sporting press are busy at that now. They're all in today as well, working on that, so it'll be a big bumper edition. So that'll go out Tuesday evening. That'll be another box ticked, and then I suppose getting everything ready out in Paris-Town itself. Obviously the lads, the DJ and all the team Paris-Town are looking after the hairs and the field. That wouldn't be my, we're more the official stuff inside the office. But again, like, have everything right for people. The catering, we deal with the caterers. They've already had 2 meetings with them to make sure everything is right in the restaurants and bars. The cleaning people that come in to make sure everywhere is spick and span after coursing every day. You have the broadcasting unit for the TVs. Obviously look after the sponsors, make sure that they get everything that they should get, so there's loads of things like that, so it'll be a busy week, but a great week.
So you're obviously going to be flat out now for this week, and you'll take a break now for the next 8 months, will you?
No, not really. Well, the Irish Cup is a huge thing, so I know it's County Limerick, but we do give them a hand to promote it as best we can, and we look after the draw, for the website and that. But when the Irish Cup is over, but don't forget, Sinead, we have the big Irish Course Club Awards, which you love.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They're on the 5th of April in Ballyroe Heights Hotel down in Tralee. So, it's a great night. So, when that's over, that'll be the 5th of April. So.
Nice trip down to Tralee, and then you can take a holiday.
Exactly. The 6th of April I start thinking about a little break, all right.
Dominic, how long has Pet World been in operation?
We're close to our 20 year, coming into our 20th year since the shop started.
Very good. And how long have you been sponsoring at events like this?
We've been sponsoring for probably the last 15 years. Yeah, we've been sponsoring. We started off with the track. There's the Kingdom Derby. that we do ours across the Puppy Oaks, and then we come into the course in about 7 years ago, and as the last 4 years we've taken over the National Oaks, which we're proud sponsors of.
Brilliant. And tell me, what's your main reason for sponsoring the Oaks?
Well, I take the people that supported us in the game to make the shop so popular as it is.
Yeah.
We know it all over the world. We put back into the game what people put into us. We put it back into the game.
Liam, what's Boylesports' main reason for sponsoring the Derby?
Well, the main reason is it's really become one of the prestigious greyhounds events in the Irish calendar, and also John Boyle has a significant interest in greyhounds himself.
Yeah.
And the National Coursing Championships has just proven to get popular and popular each year. Last year it was sold out, and the way things are going this year again, it looks like it's going to be a sold out success again.
Good. And John himself has 2 dogs in it, Needham Danger and Needham Simple.
He has indeed, and Needham Danger has been of significant interest in the betting in the last couple of weeks. We installed him at 20 to 1, and now he's 8 to 1, so there has been plenty of cash laid on Needham Danger to win the competition outright, and he has been supported down from 20 to 1. We cut him into 12 to 1, we laid more money at 12 to 1, and now he's 8 to 1, second favourite.
Very good. I personally like the look of the dog, tell me no lies, and now I'm looking for you to tell me no lies about what way the betting has been for the Oaks and the Derby.
Well, I won't tell you any lies, I'll tell you the truth where the money has gone. It's interesting to note that Eswery leader 12 to 1 into 10 to 1, 10 to 1 into 8 to 1. We laid more money at 8 to 1, and today before the draw was made, we even laid it at 7 to 1 favourite. So there's been a lot of money around for that dog, now 7 to 1 favourite before the draw was made. There'll be revised betting on tomorrow. Another interesting horse, or a dog in the race, is with Grim Intent. The reason I mention horses there is actually owned by JP McManus's wife, Noreen McManus. There's been plenty of support for that dog as well ahead of the course and event. And also from tomorrow at about 12 o'clock, the revised prices for the National Coursing Championships will be live on Boylesports.com, and if you call into any of our 192 shops nationwide, our staff will help you with the prices available, and they'll be on the screens in the shop as well, so it's worth having a flutter from tomorrow onwards.
How did it feel to win the Derby last year?
It was unbelievable, Sinead, as you know. We never expected it really, but the dog did everything right on the 3 days, and I suppose I'd take it again any day.
A quote from a very good friend of mine, Dennis O'Driscoll, down in Skibbereen. I was speaking to him during the week. He said he was the best Derby winner he ever saw, better than Big Fella Thanks. What do you make of that?
Well, I'd be delighted to hear Dennis saying that. I mean, Dennis has put some great dogs and bitches through his hands, with Mountain Guest, Big Fella Thanks and Skellig Babe, the likes of those. I'm really honoured to see that Dennis saw his potential last year and saw how well he went in the Derby. And funny, Dennis bred a bitch to Thomas just recently, so that will just tell you how much he thinks of him.
Does Thomas have many pups on the ground now?
He has 13 litters due to run next year, and he's busy now at the moment at stud. The breeders are starting to flock to him.
Very good. Do you fancy anything for the Derby this year? To take your crown?
I suppose after last year's Derby, I'd find it hard to call it. It's just so wide open, and you just don't know before you go to Clonmel which dogs are going to really take to that hill.
The draw has been made, and there's definitely some interesting buckles. I've decided that my money's now going to go on Needham Danger, and I'm really looking forward to the 3 days here in Clonmel.